You know how I feel. 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 Done a new day, a new life begins. You know how I feel. You know how I feel. You know how I feel. A new life begins. You know how I feel. You know how I feel.
What's good? It's your boy Trouble T Roy. Don't Get Hit Boxing Talk. Back with another one. And it goes. Yeah, man, I just want to do my own quick little recap on this weekend's fights. First of all, real quick, I just want to get right into it. I want everybody's opinions, drop comments or whatever, or hit me on Twitter. What do you guys think about Ramirez quitting on his feet against Espinoza? Me personally, I do agree. I do believe that he did quit on his feet. He quit. I mean, I don't think there's any other way to go about it. He claims that was due to an elbow, which I didn't see a clear elbow ever land. From what I do remember seeing, I might go back and watch the fight, but as well as myself, I don't see any others who claim that there was a clean elbow who landed on his right eye. He's claiming that his left, Ramirez is claiming that Espinoza's left elbow at some time, I believe in the fourth or the fifth. Somebody said the fourth and then somebody said the fifth. The only thing I saw in the fifth was a graze, kind of a rub of the elbow coming off of a shot from, I believe it was looked like a kind of a straight left from Espinoza, which he kind of followed through. It was kind of close range. He followed through and his elbow kind of just rubbed or kind of grazed Ramirez's eye, kind of the side of his right eye. Yeah, but it didn't look like nothing that would have caused any kind of real damage. That graze or whatever don't look like anything that would cause any real damage. So I'm kind of interested to see if anybody else may have saw anything outside of that. The only thing I saw was some pretty clear landed punches that landed to that side of his face. I mean, I don't know. Y'all could definitely let me know what y'all saw with that. But I do, like I said, Ramirez quit in my opinion. But honestly, I'm kind of thinking, I'm not in Ramirez's body. I can't see what Ramirez sees. I can't feel what he feels. But I do give him that if he felt like he was really in trouble, like as far as his vision. He claims he couldn't see out of his right eye, or he was seeing double or triple or something like that. I can't be mad that he quit, because he may have done what he did for his best interests as a fighter, for his health. You know, he didn't want, because imagine only being able to see clearly out of one eye in a boxing match. I mean, that's never a good thing. I know people have probably fought with worse, I'm sure, but maybe Ramirez just said, you know what, it's not worth it to put myself in a position to take a beating that I don't have to have. It kind of sucks because it was a championship fight. It was a chance for him to get his belt back. And for what I saw on the judges' scorecards, he was up, which I don't know how long he would have been able to keep that lead. But if I remember correctly, I got to look again, but I believe he was up by maybe a round or two. Not much. It was close. It was close in my opinion. It was a lot closer than what it seemed like the commentators and the judges, the scorecards that were shown on TV, and then the final judges' scorecards before the TKO or whatever. But yeah, that's one thing I want to know what you guys think about that. Leave it in your comments. Do you think that he quit? What you think it was the right decision for him to quit? And do you guys believe that he was hit with an elbow, or you think he just took enough punishment to the point his eye maybe just went out on him? I don't know. That's an interesting thing. But yeah, moving on from that, I didn't get to watch the whole Hitchins versus Paro fight. I didn't get to watch the whole thing, so I had to go back and watch it. But I watched probably the last 4 rounds. I was taking a nap, and I didn't know what time the fight was supposed to start. So by the time I woke up, it was already like around 8, around 9, somewhere around there. But I did watch those last few rounds, and Hitchins definitely won those rounds. I like the way he was fighting. I guess he had an injury in his last fight, which I actually didn't know. I guess with his left hand, I believe they said. I can't remember. It was an injury, something he had. I think they said it was left hand. So, or right, left or right, whichever hand. One of his hands was messed up in the last fight. So, which kind of brings more sense to why he fought the way that he did in this last fight, which is very close and could have actually went the other way, in my opinion. But he came back. He said he was healthy. He felt healthy, and he did what he did, and he looked good doing it. He boxed with Paro. Dude, his educated left, right. I mean, he can land that all night on most boxers. So, and very educated, very well put together, great timing. You know, I mean, I had to give him credit for what I did see. I heard that he was struggling in the first half of the fight, so I definitely want to go back and see that. I heard Paro was giving it to him, but I guess once Paro started slowing down towards the second half of the fight, I guess that's when Hitchins started opening it up. For what I seen, he started opening it up, and he was fighting him. He wasn't running, which was a good thing to see. So yeah, I mean, big ups to Hitchins for his win and grabbing that belt. So yeah, but once again, I gotta go back and watch that fight again. So, but yeah, from what I saw, it looked like it was a good fight all the way through. So I definitely will be going back and watching that fight, probably tomorrow or something like that. Which will probably be today when y'all get this. Moving on from that real quick. Now, Navarette versus Valdez. That was a tough fight to watch. So overall, through the 3 matches I had, my picks were Hitchins, Ramirez, and Navarette. And I got Hitchins right. Ramirez, obviously he quit, so I didn't get that one. But I got Navarette right. So I got 2 out of the 3 fights. 3 picks right. Wasn't very happy about that because I'm a big fan of Oscar Valdez. I've always been a big fan of Oscar Valdez. I really became a big fan when he knocked the shit out of Burchell and had that nigga gone. That shit was crazy because I didn't have Oscar Valdez, even being a big fan of Oscar Valdez at that time, I didn't have him beating Burchell because Burchell was just on a different mission at that time. So that was that literally probably won me over when he did that. And since then, I've been a big supporter of him. But he's taken a lot of beatings since after he took his loss to Stevenson, unfortunately. But he's been in a lot of wars in general. I mean, Navarette, the thing is, I picked Navarette to win because as much as I got respect and I respect Oscar Valdez's skill and his heart and his, his will in the ring. Navarette, he's just he's a young gun. He's big for the weight class. He's young. He's relentless. He's eating up shots that most people probably wouldn't even be able to eat. Like, real talk. Navarette, he came in there even bigger than probably what he should have been. I mean, you kind of see around his waist. He was a little thick. Pause. But I mean, he came in there and he just ate everything Oscar Valdez had to give him. He's a young dude. He's coming up. He's coming into his prime, definitely, if he's not already there. I believe he still has a little bit more work to do, but I believe he's very close to being in his prime. And I mean, Oscar Valdez, on the other hand, 30 years old, which is not old in just a regular living aspect. But when it comes to boxing, depending on how much punishment you take in the ring, 30 years could be like 40 years. Oh, 45 years old, 50, depending on how much punishment, how many wars you've been in the ring. And that's the thing with Valdez. I feel like he's just been in so many good wars, so many big wars. He's shown to be a warrior in the ring. Every time he gets in there, he ain't going in there to quit for nothing. That last fight that we watched, he took a beating like I don't know what, and he still said, I want the rematch, which is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been like, yeah, nah, but yeah, Valdez, he's taken a lot of punishment. He's basically battle worn at this point. His body ain't the same as it was 2 years ago, 5 years ago. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's boxing for you. You put your body through a lot in such little time. You know what I'm saying? And I think that was just it for Oscar. I just think that Navarette just being the bigger bull in the ring, the bigger man in the ring, you know, coming forward on everything, and those uppercuts. I mean, Oscar drops he drops low and leans forward a lot, setting himself up for certain shots like uppercuts and stuff like that, which has always been an issue. That'll always be an issue for anybody who likes to lean forward. You know, he's gonna go split that guard every time if he can. Like anybody, you know, that's just a thing. But yeah, somebody like Navarette, who he's big and strong, you don't want to get hit with an uppercut by that dude. You know what I'm saying? But and then it looked like Oscar had an ankle issue, which it was pretty clear when his ankle started bothering him because his footwork just went totally out the window, unfortunately. You could tell because he went from kind of stepping around and bouncing back and forth to just taking little bitty steps. Can't really throw his shots as precise as he was in the first 2-3 rounds or whatever before he hurt his ankle. You can see a difference in the way he was throwing shots. He's taking little steps forward and backward, side, everything like that, little baby steps. And it's like, yeah, I could tell that he's hurt. He's done. And immediately when I saw that, I'm like, yeah, if the way Navarette was just dogging him after that, at that moment, I even think Navarette, the round before he stopped Oscar, I feel like he even took that round off. He slowed down a lot, you know, and he still got that counter uppercut on him towards the end of that last round. That was bad right there. From I saw that, I was like, yeah, if they're going, his corner or the ref is going to have to stop this fight because this is not going to be a good look. He's getting dog walked at this point. Oscar has no answers, and yeah. I actually was like, when he got hit with that body shot, that hook to the kidney or whatever, I was actually low key relieved because I'm like, well, nobody wants to get hit to the kidney like that, get hit to the side like that, the body like that. But I'd rather they just stop that fight. He didn't get up. I kind of was like, yes, please stay down. Because I do not want you to get up and take any more punishment at this point. Stay down. He couldn't get up. That was the fight. So, you know, I got that win. I got that pick anyways, but I wasn't very happy about it. I don't like to see Oscar Valdez go out like that, but you got to give him all the credit in the world because he showed up to fight. He just didn't have enough to bring into the ring that night. And I think, me personally, I feel like he should be looking into retirement. I know he's a warrior and he's talking about he'll be back, in the post-fight interview and everything. He said he'll be back and whatever, blah, blah, blah. But it's like, come on, nigga, you just gotta just let it go. You already proved yourself. You proved more than you needed to prove. You ain't got nothing else you need to show anybody. You ain't got nothing else to prove. Just chill. Enjoy retirement, enjoy your money, enjoy your family, all that good stuff, you know what I'm saying? So, and Navarette, I don't know if there's anybody at 135, actually at 130 that beats him at this point. I know they're talking about Navarette versus Foster. And my thing is, I see a lot of people's picks. I mean, if the fight was to happen, Foster was at the fight, so of course they're going to be talking about that. That's a possible, that's a possibility in the near future. Hopefully, I would love to see that fight. I'm so 50-50 with that fight because I know Foster has the skill to beat somebody with Naverette's style. We've seen him do it before, but I think the size of Navarette and his power is just it's a little more than what's to be expected as usual. Like he's Navarette, like I said, he's different. He's different. But I think Foster's different too. The only problem with Foster for me is if they make that fight, Foster can't start fighting in the second half of the fight like he normally does. The last 4 or 3 rounds, you can't do that. You can't do that with somebody like Navarette. You got to go at Navarette as soon as that first bell ring. Nothing. You have to go at him as soon as the first bell ring. Go. Period. Don't hesitate, because that's the only way you can beat somebody like that. Box his head off. Go to the body. Especially if Navarette want to come in that kind of shape. I feel like more shots to the body. I think even with Oscar Valdez, if he could have landed more to the body, he may have been able to slow Navarette down a little bit. I don't think it would have helped though. But somebody like Foster, who has the speed to get in and out, he has the footwork to move around. He could go get to his body and get away quick enough, possibly. Like I said, but my problem with Foster is I don't like the way he doesn't start really boxing until it's almost like this is all you got left. This is the only time you have left to get something going to possibly win. It's like, no, Foster, I need you. If you listening, I know you ain't gonna hear this, but Foster, you gotta go in from the first bell. Go in from the first bell. Period. Don't wait till it's, okay, the fight's kind of, here, so you're gonna have to turn it up in round 8, round 9, round 10. Nah, we can't be waiting until 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. No, we start from the first bell. I think that's the only way Foster could get Navarette. Go in there early from the start. Start boxing his head off. Start hitting that body from the start. Do not let Navarette get comfortable or get a rhythm in how he moves. Navarette just has like a kind of just this interesting flow to him, where once he starts going, it's kind of hard to slow somebody, especially his size, down. You know what I'm saying? So you got to slow him down, but you got to keep him from getting into whatever groove that he gets into. Because once he gets there, it's kind of like, now you got to worry about not getting knocked out or not getting hurt at that point. Because Navarette, he throws every punch with like just devastation. It looks like. I mean, from the time I started watching him to up until last night, it's like everything he throws is like with bad intention. So, yeah, man. So that's a good fight. Overall, great cards this weekend. There were some other ones I wanted to see. Like I wanted to see Torres Jr., but I missed that one, unfortunately. I didn't even know he was fighting till yesterday morning. Then, like I said, I didn't know what time the fights were, so I ended up taking a nap and waking up to what I was able to see. So, but anyways, man. All in all, great week. So yeah, man, leave comments about how you felt about everything about the weekend and what you feel about the future of these fighters, how you feel about the outcomes and all that. Like, comment, share, subscribe. It's your boy, Trouble T. Roy. Don't get hit, boxing talk. And we out. Peace.